Welcome to Miss Trudy's Classroom. Today, we're going to have a new segment called Point of View. And Point of View is discussing the current educational trends that are going on in America today. And last week, President Obama made an announcement. He made an announcement saying that the states had an option to No Child Left Behind. If a state would submit an educational plan and if it were approved by the government, then they could opt out of No Child Left Behind. That is a great opportunity for every state in America because I believe that every state can come up with a very good educational plan to meet the needs of the local area. If each state would get the input of the superintendents, the principals, and of the teachers. After all, they're the ones that are in the firing line day in and day out working with the children. And who better than they that work with the children and know what it is that the kids need and how to get help for them. So I am very optimistic about this new option that President Obama has given to all the states in regards to education. No Child Left Behind had wonderful intentions. However, I do believe that it did more harm than good when it came down to the children. Maybe it did help to identify schools that were exemplary, schools that are recognized, schools that are acceptable, and schools that are unacceptable. No Child Left Behind did that very well. However, it did not help the children on a day-to-day situation. The children need help, and No Child Left Behind didn't take into consideration the special populations, the at-risk student or the at-risk school, because around this country there are hundreds, if not thousands, of high-risk schools, and you cannot treat them the same as you would other schools that are acceptable or recognized or exemplary. And so No Child Left Behind really didn't provide the help to those schools. And if anything, I really think No Child Left Behind did a lot of harm to children. I myself did experience kids that would cry from stress of taking the test. I also saw children that would have stomach aches because of the test. And I don't think any test is worth that kind of stress that's put on children, and never mind putting on teachers and principals. And I also think No Child Left Behind did great harm to young people at the high school. Every year there were new changes that the state had to meet in order to qualify for these rankings of recognized, exemplary, or acceptable. And they kept changing the status of what made you recognize acceptable and exemplary. And so for the young people, it meant that they had to pass all the tests in all subjects. If you failed one subject, you could not graduate. That happened time and again in so many school districts across the nation. They might have been successful in every subject except one, and that one subject prevented them from graduating from high school. I think there's a generation of young people that are disillusioned with our American educational system because these kids were literally taken out of the educational system I don't think that the intent of No Child Left Behind was to drop kids out, but that's exactly what happened. A lot of kids did not graduate, didn't get their diploma because they couldn't pass that one test. And yes, they did have 3 opportunities, but for some reason or another, they couldn't. I wish the school districts would have done something special with this group of kids so that they would have been able to graduate with their contemporary classmates. But a lot of them just dropped out. And I'm very concerned about that because there's a generation out there today of young people that do not have an educational credential, that do not have a high school diploma when they go out and look for a job. Do you realize that you cannot even apply to go into the military without a high school education? It has tremendous impact for those young people, and I'm very concerned about that. But that is the past. I hope that these young people will have gone back to school and try to get a GED or something, but I'm sure not all of them went back to try to get the GED or some kind of way of getting that high school diploma. But now we have to deal with this new educational plan. I hope each state will give each teacher the opportunity to say something, to write in something, to vote in something, as well as the principal and the superintendent, because I believe that they have a lot of good ideas that can make education better for all students, not only the students that are already accelerating and doing well. I think one of the things that each state should take into consideration is in their plan is have an arm of the school district dealing with just a volunteer army to help those schools that have high-risk students and have volunteers go to those high-risk schools and help out there. An hour a week would make a difference, believe it or not. And also have another department called the corporate department within the school district. And that corporate department be corporations that adopt a school district. And that corporation to work with the high-risk schools. My God, we give tax write-offs and tax deductions to corporations for just about anything. Why can we not have a tax write-off for corporations that work with high-risk schools? And there are a lot of things that they can do. These corporations have been successful. They have pearls of wisdom to pass to these high-risk schools that have children that are on the verge of not passing, not being successful. I believe that the corporations can give time, effort, or money to help these high-risk schools. That's my thought of the day. If you like this, please contact Miss Trudy's Classroom at Yahoo, or you can like us. Have a great day, and God bless.